Well, what we've got for you now here on QVC is something that you can use in your kitchen. In fact, you've probably got a multitude of different uses, and we're talking about two products from AnySharp. Steph Hrycak is here with me. It's nice to meet you.
Thank you.
And we have got a multi-sharpening tool, but we've also got a fantastic pair of scissors, spelled S-I-Z-Z-O-R-S. It's not a misprint.
No, not at all. They want to try and differentiate it from ordinary scissors.
£21.50, 508205 is the item number. We'll talk about the scissors in a moment, but let's all, first talk about the multi-purpose sharpening tool.
Right. It has two sharpening elements. It has a flat scraper blade and it has a overlapping V of tungsten carbide. It's incredibly hard. We only have the very, very best type of tungsten carbide you could get. It would sharpen just about any tool you could lay your hands on and get in the apertures.
OK, well, let's run through some of these tools, because sat at home, you might be thinking, well, you know, I've got a knife sharpener. Why do I need anything else? But knife sharpeners are very limiting. They only do one thing,
Absolutely,
don't they?
Yeah. I mean, this does a whole range of knives, from knives that would literally cost you £1.50 at your local supermarket, specialist knives around £70, through your serrated bread knives. These are some of the only sharpeners that can do these. This is a pointing trowel. The only reason I use this, because this is drop forged carbon steel. The steel in this is incredibly hard, much harder than any of your ordinary household knives. It will also do axes, it will do scissors, and it will do outdoor garden shears, plus a range of single bevel garden tools. A single bevel tool is a cutting tool that only has a cutting edge on one side. It has a taper on one side and it's totally flat on the other. Traditionally quite hard to sharpen, but with this tool you can do the lot.
Let's see it in action, shall we? Let's show how we can sharpen something with it.
Right, what you would do with this, you always keep the knife on a flat level surface like this. You select the end that you want. You want an overlapping V. There's a picture of a knife there and it will tell you what to do. Okay. You simply just pull it through there like that. You don't press down hard. You pull it through there nice and gently, keeping the blade upright. You take your knife, you give it a little clean, and you try and cut. We suggest you do it on tomatoes, one of the hardest things to cut with a blunt knife.
Yeah, because they're quite squidgy, and if you haven't got a sharp knife, they can be quite dangerous.
Pull it through there like that, nice and gently. That will make that incredibly sharp very, very quickly.
Very, very fine.
Absolutely.
That is cut that.
I've been a butcher for many years.
So the other end, that would be for sharpening what?
Single bevel tools predominantly.
Okay.
If you have a pair of garden shears, you would open them up fully like that, and you would use that flat piece on the single bevel, on the single bevel of your shears, and you would just draw it across there like that.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to be doing a great deal, but believe me, that's scraping along that single bevel, and it's getting that edge really, really sharp. You just flip them round like that, you lay it in there again, and you just pull it back towards yourself. And just as a little tester, we can see how well we do with our razor-sharp garden shears.
I had no idea you were going to do that. We're not suggesting you make your salad with a pair of garden shears, but you could using this.
You could if you wanted to.
508205 is the item number. Remember, that is just the multi-sharp sharpener that we've showed you there. You're also getting a fantastic pair of scissors for £21.50. Now, these really are very different from your usual scissors that you find around your home, mostly because straight away you can see you've got the curved blades.
Yeah, the curve is a great idea. What you do with the curve, if you were to cut a long, large piece of cardboard or fabric, your hand would automatically be getting in your way as you go down the blade.
Yeah.
But with this, your hand is actually up out of the way, and you just cut through it without your hand getting in your own way. They're great on things like packaging. If you've got a load of packaging, you're trying to cram it in your bin, you're taking up space in the bin, just cut it up. You can literally just cut through anything with these.
And also, you know those really annoying sealed units, like toothbrush heads and things like that. You're trying to pull them apart and breaking your nails. Just cut them.
Well, I don't have that problem, but I do know where you mean. Things like strapping. One of the biggest major causes of accidents anywhere around the workplace is people leaving strapping on the floor. If you're going to take some off the floor, just cut it up. It doesn't matter, you know, it's not going to cause any problems. These have a range of functions. They are not just scissors.
We've got carpet here.
Well, if you fancy a bit of DIY carpet fitting, these are some of the only scissors that will cut straight through a piece of carpet. As easy as that.
You know, and your alternative to that is a blade with a, sorry, a knife with a blade.
A Stanley blade
yeah.
that you're going to drag on the concrete.
Exactly.
No good at all.
Could you sharpen these with the sharpener?
You can do, but we've actually got around that without you having to sharpen these ever. What we have is quite unique. They have it looks like a funny shaped nut.
Yeah.
But what you do with that, you actually just increase or decrease the tension as they start to wear. Everything wears. As you start to wear, you just increase the tension very, very slightly, and it makes them feel like they're absolutely razor sharp all over again without having to sharpen.
If you're wondering what this little cutout is, by the way, you could demonstrate for us. It's a little bottle opener, so you don't have to have a separate bottle opener with this. This is your bottle opener all in one.
That's what I'll be.
Cheers. Also, these are great around the kitchen. You can cut through meat, chicken, fish.
Yeah, they act as a really good pair of poultry shears. You're not going to get your hands contaminated with anything nasty from the chicken. You can use it single-handedly.
But also, I mean, we've got herbs there.
If you wish to chop herbs, just curl them up in a little bowl and just cut straight through the whole lot, as opposed to trying to break or cut each little individual strand. Wire strippers as well. If you've got some wire that you need stripping off, just use the actual wire strippers in there, put it in there, rotate it a few times.
Oh, clever. So it's scoring it, and then you just pull the end of the wire.
Pull it off. Simple
Brilliant.
as that.
Can I just ask quickly, because we're almost out of time, the walnuts, what are they doing? I like a walnut.
Well, we all like a walnut. We all like a walnut. So, while we've finished, why don't we just share a walnut together? Simple as that.
Yeah.
Lovely. Really good. Very well thought out.
I'm just laughing about these because I've just stayed in a rental property, and when they join the beds together, if you want sort of a double bed rather than two singles, you join them together with these cable ties.
Right.
And if you then need them as single beds again, what do? Yeah, cut
Snip them off.
It's a really great little kit, this, actually, for £21.50. So you're getting two elements here.
Absolutely.
So you've got your sharpening tool, which is going to do all your kitchen knives, but also it's going to do a large majority of your gardening tools as well.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the fabulous scissors, S-I-Z-Z-O-R-S, which have also got the bottle opener as an integral part. You've got your nutcracker in there. You've even got your wire stripper in there. And they're really ergonomically well designed, aren't they?
Dishwasher safe. Left or right-handed, cushion grip. They're the best scissors I've ever come across.
508205 is the item number, £21.50.